Hello friend, how are you today? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me today. So today I want to talk about AI. Now during the lesson I'm going to ask you some questions. So I want you to pause and try to answer yourself. If you can't, then you can listen to my answer. So AI, what is AI? So AI stands for artificial intelligence. So we're going to look at some of the pros and some of the cons of AI. Now, pros means the advantages, or why is it good? So if we think about artificial intelligence, why is it a good thing for society? We have many reasons. So here, when I ask a why question, I want you to think about your introduction. So firstly, we have, that's an interesting question. Secondly, there are many factors. So this introduction, just a brief recap, is very powerful because when you say to someone, that's an interesting question, you are building empathy. So the other person thinks, this is an interesting question, so I must be an interesting person. So when you build empathy, you're building a connection with the other person and they start to like you. When you say there are many factors, you are also considering your response, you're considering your answer. So you're not just saying there are many reasons, you're saying there are many factors, which is another word for reasons, but it shows that you have thought through your answer. So let's jump into it. Let's have a think about some of the pros of AI. Well, AI is a good thing because it can speed up processes. So if you want to find an answer to something, AI can find the answer faster for you. So we have search engines, the most popular being Google. Then you have things like ChatGPT, which I have used and I think is amazing. It can give you responses so quickly and accurately, and it's tailored to your specific question. So when I say tailored, think about when you go to a tailor. If you have a shirt or a jacket, they can fit it exactly to your measurements, not to someone else. So AI can be more accurate, it can be more personal to you. Some of the industries AI could be used is in science, even in teaching, in research. So AI can be a good thing for society. It can maybe lead to more advancements in technology. Maybe we have reached the limit of what humans can do. So AI can gather all of the information and collect it all together and then generate a faster response. You have let's look at some of the cons. So the cons of AI could be that it could wipe out society. So a lot of people are worried about this, that this could happen, because if AI becomes self-aware, then it could see humans as a threat. Now, this has been portrayed in science fiction a lot. So you see when AI becomes self-aware, it tries to protect the humans by getting rid of them because it sees that humanity does some horrible acts, and it tries to protect them. Also, if AI, I think the way to counteract that is for humans to have control of the AI rather than the AI taking control. However, if artificial intelligence becomes very powerful and self-aware, it could overwrite any programming that's been written into it. So there are a lot of pros, a lot of cons to AI. Personally, I think it's amazing. I think it's the next development in technology, in society. A lot of people can be worried that it could take their jobs, for example. So I mentioned ChatGPT. It can write whole essays for you. There have been some people that have written programs to specifically see if their work has been plagiarized. So when you plagiarize is when you copy from someone else. So people have created programs to spot or to notice if this is the case. Also have image programs that you can write a response and it can generate this amazing picture for you. So I would assume that artists would be worried about this if it can just create this amazing picture without them actually creating it themselves. However, we have to question whether the AI has some soul or some true creativity. So that goes into a whole other topic about creativity. Do you think AI can really be creative? Can it be more creative than a human? Sometimes I think it's the imperfections or the mistakes that make us human. So when you're creating a piece of art and it's not perfect, I think it shows some individuality. So that artist put their own viewpoint, and it can come from many different factors. It can come from when they grew up or how they see the world. So they can create something new rather than AI creating something which is absolutely perfect. So I think these people will always have jobs, even writers, for example, because you can add your own flavor. I think it's like learning English. You can learn all of the grammatical rules, all of the idioms, all of the phrases. However, once you truly understand these phrases is when you can break the rules and you understand that you are breaking the rules. So you can be sarcastic, you can be ironic, you can play with the words, and you can use some humor. So it's quite interesting. I think we will start to see AI in a lot more of our daily lives, maybe automating things. I can see AI being our personal assistant. So rather than going to Google to search for something, you could have your own personal AI and it can search for things based on your interests. So it's very exciting times. Now I know Google is also working on their own AI. I believe it's called Bard. So it's interesting to see how they've collected all of this information and it can be used to help us to find what we want faster. So let me know in the comments below. Think about some pros, some good things, some cons, some bad things about AI, and write them in the comments below. I think it's really good practice to think about different topics. And it's a very good idea to think about the good and the bad. Now, a nice keyword you can use is conversely. So you don't have to necessarily do it separately. You can do one. So you could say AI is a good thing because it can not make mistakes. You can automate tasks. Conversely, it may not be flexible because you want to input your own ideas, your own data. So there's two different methods for comparing and contrasting. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please click on the like, subscribe and share button. It's free to do so and I really appreciate it. So have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.